Mr. Weisman, just what does this new radar device do?
This is a new development in the field of radar which allows you to make an actual map almost equivalent to a photograph of strips of ground maybe 6 to 8 miles wide on each side of an airplane under any kind of weather conditions that an airplane can fly in.
The quality is almost that of a photograph.
Yes, you can identify streets, cars on highways, roads, buildings, and distinguish between different kinds of terrain.
What's the significance of this new development?
I think one of the things that is most significant is that in the present situation where mobile units of the Army and military forces are able to move fast, it is very essential that military commanders know what is happening and are able to be aware of it so that they can take action.
In other words, you're referring to limited warfare.
I'm referring to limited warfare primarily.
You think that much emphasis is placed on the strategic warfare, but this is a significant development in that line.
Yes, I do.
What about civilian uses?
Well, it already has had one civilian use in that during one of the iceberg seasons, the Coast Guard used it up off of Iceland and Newfoundland to patrol the icebergs in that region. It worked quite satisfactorily for their use.
Looking to the space age, do you see future development in this in such things as radar satellites and weather satellites and so forth?
I think that this is probably the first of a series of radars that are going to lead towards devices that will allow us to do this. There are others in development now that I think will make this possible, that is, reconnaissance for weather and of the ground from satellites.
In other words, we can keep an eye on what the other fellow's doing if we need to with this device.
I hope so.
Thank you, Mr. Weisman.
Thank you.
What concerns all of us identified with the 1960 Red Cross drive in Dallas County, that if we don't reach this goal, there may be the possibility of curtailing some of the services that we provide for the people here in Dallas County. Now, I'll be very frank in that we are encouraged by yesterday's report meeting at luncheon. We are running approximately 7% ahead of last year, and as of this date, we have raised some $361,000. We feel this is very encouraging in that we jumped from the preceding week from 42% up to 57% of our goal. We feel that if our workers can contact the people and are able to bring in the cards next luncheon, that we have a good chance to reach the goal this year. Now, we had a meeting of all the workers and all of the leading people identified with this year's drive and have unanimously decided to extend the campaign 1 week. Many people were paid this past week, and we feel there are a number of cards still outstanding. We want to give everybody in Dallas County an opportunity to give to Red Cross. I think all of you have read in the papers lately about the floods in Kansas and elsewhere, and it's very difficult to know where compassion starts and where it ends, but there are right now some 4,000 people are homeless. Now, those are things that we can see in our everyday paper. It would be a tragedy to the people of Dallas if we didn't reach this goal. To curtail services, whether it would be with our swimming program or whether it would be with our servicemen, with our gray ladies, or whether it would be in our telecommunication to our servicemen, would be something we just cannot afford to happen in Dallas County. And I want to make to you a personal appeal to all the people of Dallas, to all the workers, to please send in your money, send in your cards, and I feel very confident and very encouraged that we have a good opportunity to attain this goal.